Good morning, kids. It's Mr. Ag here. I hope you had a restful, relaxing weekend. We are back to it, and it's Monday morning, and we are going to practice using Cami again to complete our math lesson for today. There are a few things. I've actually gone in and looked at it from the student side through Harper's account. I put Harper in our classroom for a little bit, and got to see what you see when you try to start up Cami. And I know that it's not exactly the easiest thing in the world for an 8-year-old to do. And if you need an adult to help you, you should ask for that help. But I'm going to guide you the best I can through it. Unfortunately, I can't record it. I can't record what to do in the student view from my computer. We're going to do the best that we can. And just like usual, when we go to our assignments, we go to the week 3 assignments for 8/31 to 9/4. Tomorrow is the first day of September, which means that we're getting close to fall. All right, so I'm going to click in. I'm going to head into math, and you see that the lesson today, I'm going to edit this. It needs to say Monday math here just to remove any confusion for tomorrow, but it'll say Monday math, module 1, lesson 8. It says practice using Cami to complete the lesson 8 problem set. Submit the lesson by clicking the turn in button in the upper right corner of your screen. When you click it, you have the if you have the Cami extension on your computer, you will have this button here. Okay, this button is the one that you need to access this assignment. Now, if you need to hear the instructions again for what I just read, practice using Cami to complete the lesson 8 problem set, that's what this is, the audio recording. I'm just reading this for students who still want some support with reading the words on the page. Now, if you do not have this button, the very first thing you need to do is you need to go back to our homeroom. You need to go down to the link that says Add Cami Extension to your Chromebook. Click it. It will send you to this page here where it says Cami Extension PDF and document annotation. And you see mine says remove from Chrome because it's already on Chrome. If you don't have it, it'll say add to Chrome. And you will want to click that button and follow all the prompts and allow it to get onto your computer. Okay, so that's what you'll need to do if you don't have the button for the assignment that says open assignment with Cami. Okay, so you will have to go through that process if you don't have this button right here. So that the whole point of this is that we're practicing using Cami so that you can start turning in things like mid-module assessments, which are like tests that happen in the middle of a unit, end of module assessments, so like final tests for a unit. We're going to use Cami for those during the online experience. Okay, so I'm going to click in here. And today your lesson is an extension from the lesson on Friday. It is continuing to demonstrate the commutative property. So the commutative property basically says that the order of the factors in a multiplication problem does not make a difference. The product is going to be the same no matter the order of the factors. So here in the first problem, it says draw an array that shows 5 rows of 3, and then across the dotted line here, it says draw an array that shows 3 rows of 5. So we've studied arrays. We know that they're little squares or circles or triangles that are organized into rows and columns, so equal groups. So here we've got 5 rows, and here we have 3 rows. In the first one, each row has 3 items. In this one, each row has 5 items. So you need to get familiar with using these features over here. Also, the text-to-speech is going to be key for you. If you have trouble with the words, like for example in number 3, look at all the words that you see there. The text-to-speech feature, if you highlight it and then click it, it reads it right to you. I'm not sure if you could hear it because the screencast-o-matic video that I have doesn't record computer audio, but it was reading it right to me loud and clear. Okay, so you need to make sure that if you're struggling with the words at all, the text to speech feature reads the words directly to you. Okay, you can highlight the text using the markup feature. You can underline words. You can strike out words. That means like draw a line through them. And you can write little comments on your paper, which I will see when you turn them in. Anything that you put on your paper here, the marks that you put on it, when you submit it using the turn in button up here, I will see everything that you add to this document. So here we've got a text box. If I wanted to add a text box, um, I could do that. I could do this problem in a text box if I wanted to. So that might look like, so I'll click on the text box. I will select this spot. I'll make it nice and big. And let's say I want to make my array out of question marks. I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then hit the enter key, and then 1 space 2, oops, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then down, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if I'm all done there, I can click out of the box and look, I've got an array that shows, oh my goodness, I've got 3 rows of 5. This says 5 rows of 3. I made the wrong array. I think I can probably move this over here so I don't have to do double the work. I can just move it right over here and then do the right one over the correct one in this space here. So I do 1, 2, 3, and then enter. 1, 2, 3, and then enter. 1, 2, 3, and then enter, and then 1. Whoops. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the text box feature is actually pretty handy because drawing can take a really long time sometimes and things are like out of order. With the text box, everything has a specific spacing, so it kind of does that spacing and sizing piece for you. You don't have to do it this way. If you want to do drawings, like free draw it by hand in red, I'm fine with that. Whatever works for you, okay? Whatever works for you is what we want to do. I do think that this is a little harder for me, so I'm going to erase it because I don't really love this. But if it works for you and that's how you want to do it, then good. That's how I want you to do it. Another way to do it is to select the shapes feature, and you can insert triangles like this, and I'm not going to be too picky about the size and shape of them because this is not easy. Um, but you can see it's a little bit messier when you do the drawing feature versus the text box feature. The text box feature is neat and clean, and all you need to do is put your shapes in or whatever symbol you want to use. You could use even letters. An array is just items organized in rows and columns. So again, I'm going to erase this so I don't confuse you. And as you go through, you can click on the text to speech feature to read each one to you and then answer the question the best you can. So I'm going to put a text box in here and it tells me to write multiplication expressions for the arrays in problems 1 and 2. Let the first factor in each expression represent the number of rows. Okay, so for problem 1, how many rows do I have? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my first factor should be the number of rows. So I'm going to put a 5 in here. All right. Next, I'm going to add another one, and there are 3 items in each row. Here, I'm going to put another text box. I've got 1, 2, 3 rows. So I'm going to put 3 in that one, and each row has 5 in it. So this is what the commutative property looks like here, guys. Sorry, when I'm talking about the commutative property, I'll just highlight this right here. This is it. 5 times 3 is the same thing as 3 times 5. Okay, 3 times 5 is 15, 5 times 3 is 15, and so 15 equals 15. It shows us, it's an illustration that the total number of items is the same no matter the order of the factors. That is the commutative property. I'll go ahead and I'll put a little comment over here to, well, will I? Let's see how this comment, oh, the comment feature actually is asking me to say something. So it asks me to use my microphone. So I'm going to click allow, and it's recording me right now. So I'm going to say the commutative property tells me that the order of the factors does not matter. The product will be the same if the factors are the same. And then I can stop it. Okay, and so anytime so I don't think this will play for you because in the version of Screencast-O-Matic that I have, it doesn't capture computer audio, but when I play it, I can hear my voice right now. Another way that I could just make a note out here is I could say, nope, I could click right here. No, for some reason it's still in the, oh, I clicked the wrong thing. I clicked text to speech. I wanted to click text box. So right here, I could put, this is the commutative property. You don't have to do that. I'm just telling you right here that this is the commutative property. So basically what they're having you do now is look at multiplication in different ways. It says write a multiplication sentence for each expression. You might skip count to find the totals. So the first one is done for you. So 2 3s, that means you can count 3 and then 3 more makes 6, okay? And what they're asking you to do is to write the multiplication equation that goes with it. So 4 3s, if 2 3s was 2 times 3, 4 3s is going to be 4 times 3. 3 9s is going to be 3 times 9. 3 2s is going to be 3 times 2. So I just gave you these here. Why don't you go ahead and complete the rest of these. And remember, you can pause this video as I go through it and work on the problems with my voice support. And don't forget about the text-to-speech feature to read the problems to you. It's a handy feature of Cami. Find the unknowns. Unknowns just means empty spaces, what you don't know. Find the unknowns that make the equations true. Okay, so basically they're asking you in each one of these to answer the question. 3 plus 3 plus, or not the question, but to complete the problem. So 3 and 3 and 3 and 3 and 3. Okay, so what is all that added up? What is 3 eighths? 8 and 8 and 8. What is 3 nines? 9 and 9 and 9. Down here, this one's a little tricky here. The last two are pretty tricky. They give you, so this one they try to make it tricky, but it's really not. You look at 5 times 3 on the right side, well, whatever that equals, you put it on the left side here, because whatever's on the left side has to equal what's on the right side. So 5 times 3 equals whatever the product is here. Now down here, they actually give you 7 threes. So here is 7 times 3 right here, and then 1 3. Well, 1 3 is just 3. 3 times 1, 1 times 3. It's just 3. So whatever 7 threes is, plus 3. And that's going to give you this. And then they really try to trick you here. They give you the product, and here is a missing factor. Okay, so 9 times something is 27. As we move on, we have some word problems. Remember the strategies that we've used in our application problems when we take notes in our black and white books. We visualize the problem, we track what we know, what we're trying to find out. We use the read, draw, write process. Now the read, draw, write process for you